Hello everybody, exciting news. Arturia has updated Pigments, its flagship synthesizer, to version 7. And it's got lots of new, interesting and exciting things. It's a very, very deep piece of software. But I really like the fact, look, you can dive into this and it's, oh my Lord, what's going on? But the play page is just nice and simple. Gives you a nice visual reference to what you're doing. Gives you some nice big buttons. So you don't need any expertise at all to be able to mess about with the sound. And there's lots and lots of presets. So what I thought I'd do in this is we just get some stuff together and just write some stuff, because I think sometimes you learn more. You know, this is not an in-depth tutorial into how to program analog, synthesizers. I'll give you a quick overview. Let's do that to begin with. Look, like all synthesizers, you have a source of sound, which you can then filter, and then you stick it through a number of envelopes. One envelope will control the filter, opening and closing that, the attack, decay, release and sustain. And then another one will deal with the amplitude of the sound, the volume of the sound. And that's pretty much how all synthesizers work. What makes synthesizers like this one particularly interesting are the number of ways you can mess about with different parameters. So you've got low frequency oscillators like this one here, things which go up and down, and you can assign it to almost anything you like. So you can assign that, okay, assign that to the cutoff frequency. You see, and it'll wobble up and down all day long. So it is very graphical. You can just sort of drag and drop things, and it makes an awful lot of sense. But there's massive depth here. There's these things called functions, which are very similar to multi-stage envelope generators in other synthesizers, which allow you to draw all kinds of really complicated shapes and things, and then control. You see how rabbit hole-ish this is? You know, within 2 minutes we got boom. Okay, but you don't have to know all that stuff in order to get the most out of this. There are an interesting range of sound generating possibilities. Analog, which represents the traditional analog synthesizers with oscillators which can produce some sine waves, triangle wave, pulse width, etc. Wavetable, which is essentially it's a sort of 3D piece of sound with little slices through it, and you can move through. You see that? You can sort of move through the sound like that. There's samples. You can have either their samples, or you can, of which there's quite a lot, or you can load your own. There's harmonic, which is essentially FM synthesis, which is one sine wave modulating another. It gives you really interesting sounds. It's quite complicated to explain. And modal, which is a sort of harmonic thing. I don't quite understand what modal is, but it's lovely. It's additive, I think. Anyway, so you've got all this, and they've now added a whole load of new filter types. Ripple, reverb, rage, and comb. I mean, a comb's always been in there, but these are kind of yet more ways of kind of getting your sculpting knife out and making this sound. So there's an almost infinite number of ways of making the sound change over time and things like that. Okay, enough technical detail. Look, I am not a world expert in how you program this stuff. So we're just going to come up with some stuff and see what's happening. Let's start with a sequence. I like this. Here we go, sequence. Let's see what we got. Ooh, straight away I like that. The sequencer. Here we go, look. What you can do, you can program it in like this. So look, this comes, you can, so if we wanted it, so it goes C, D, F, E flat, C, F. Now, down here, you see this generate bit, you can choose to change the, let's go to natural minor, and it'll change the sequence to natural minor. Harmonic minor. You can also make it auto regenerate. In other words, you can create a new sequence every bar. Too much, too much. Okay, let's go back to where we were. I quite liked Afterlife. Right, do we want to make that a little bit... I'm not sure I want the big sighing thing. Okay, I like that. Let's just stick that in. Right. I was playing in F and then I decided to move it up to A, so it's sort of in an A natural minorish sort of mode. Then I'm going to duplicate loads of those, so it's just going to go on in the background. Right, now we're going to duplicate the Pigments track and find another sound to go with it. So this is the... Let's get something big and paddy, shall we? Here we go. Let's go into down here to pads. Yeah, what have we got? Alhambra's one I've used before, actually. Ambient web. It's quite nice. Now, what happens if we try one of these? Whoa. So the filter adds distortion as well. Okay. Let's go to the play page. You can hear there's a lot going on in here, can't you? Okay, let's go with this. Right. I'm going to bring that in. Here we go. Bar 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the F. Down to the D. And then finally back down to the A again. Bit too much on the filter cutoff there actually, so we just take that up a bit. Let's add a bit more reverb into it as well. I quite like the whereas the reverb, size, I want something much longer. There we go. Turn it up, see how that works. Here we go, right. Go! Okay, so far so good. Let's have another layer. I want something, what else am I going to put in here? It's sounding pretty good already, but I'm going to go with some keys or leads. Back down oh, that's quite nice. Another thing worth noting is if you have an Arturia keyboard and you faff about with these little buttons here, it's all pre-panned, so you've got lots and lots of control. Do we like Leon? Hi, Leon. Okay, I'll go with that. Oh, I like that. I like the fact that we can... Okay, here we go. Right, layer 3. Oh no, but not that. Or that. So think what the chords are doing here, guy. Starting on A minor, they're going down to F. Okay, that's not too bad. Another layer, maybe? One more layer? I think I want something throbby, which is going to fade in here. So what are we going to do? We're going to get a, is it going to be, it's not a sequence, it's going to be a, I'll put a pad and add a throbby thing to it. Okay. Let's go to the synth bit. Right, okay. So I'm just going to put a simple LFO. LFO2, and which one's not being used? Okay, I haven't got one which is not being used, so I'll use a function. Okay, we'll go with that one, assigning that to that filter cutoff. Bit more reverb. Bit more delay. There you go. Here we go. What have I done? Ah! I wiggled my mob wheel, which wasn't a wise thing to do. Right, that's what I want to get going in there. I quite like that. So in a matter of 10 minutes, we come up with something which is slightly Jean-Michel Jarre. I mean, but it does feel like you're riding a thoroughbred stallion bareback. You're only half in control. What's going to happen next? Okay, don't touch anything. But the power you get from this is astounding, and you know. So yes, you can just you know, mess about and just use the the play control, so you really don't have to know anything at all about how the whole thing works, or you can dive right in and really understand how it all goes. It's also worth mentioning they've added some really good tutorials to this, which are now, where were they? Where did they put them? They're down the side here somewhere. Ah, here we go. MIDI tutorials. Yeah, so rather than being this is how the synthesizer works, it's this is how you create one of, you know, acid base, you know, etc., etc. So it's very much sort of, it's like a recipe, you know, follow it through. But if you follow it through, you will learn how this machine works. So if you are after a super powerful multi everything, I mean, it's really, it can do so many different things because it's got all these different engines, samples, wavetables, FM, etc., etc., and this extraordinary range of ways of sculpting your sound, creating sequences, you know, all that kind of thing. It is definitely worth checking out. If you're into synths and things like that, you know, it won't sound like anything else you've got. And the whole point about if you're doing you know, a lot of synthetic music, you know, what works really well is if you've got a whole load of different synths which bring different colors to the thing. So anyway, go and check it out. I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this kind of thing, feel free to subscribe and check us out at ThinkSpace Courses. Okay, I'll be back and see you very soon. Bye-bye.